case you don't know, or in case you just slow, my name is Kenny, K-I-N-G, King! And the King has returned to reality of wrestling. He has returned to face Matt Cardona. If you know anything about Kenny King, if you check my resume, you know I've been in the ring with just about anybody. I've been in the ring with guys like Kurt Angle, guys like Samoa Joe, guys like Cody Rhodes. But you know what? I've never been in the ring with Matt Cardona. This is a first time ever. Matt Cardona, I'm familiar with your name, I'm familiar with your game, but what I'm not familiar with is who around here made you God? An indie God at that. Well, Matt, what's an indie God to a non-believer? See, I'm not a figure, but I'm about that action. I'm not a toy, but I came here to play. Tonight, Matt, you're gonna find out what happens when a God bends the knee to a king in that very ring. And that's me, K-I-N-G, King.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Joey Hyder and JP Harlow.
We're here getting things started here at episode 400 of Reality of Wrestling as we're seeing the return of Harlow and Hyder here to the Reality of Wrestling, Brittany.
Yes, JP Harlow, Joey Hyder, but oh man, Kirby, you know it's time to crank it up, turn those speakers to 11.
The team of Bernal, Warren J, and Zach Mason,
Fly Death, the four-time Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, shocking the world just a few weeks ago, dethroning Rudy Garza and Bo Amir to capture that gold once again, Brittany.
Kirby, you're ruining the song.
I'm sorry. I gotta do my job, you know?
But yes, you're right. Claiming the tag championships. And we would be remiss if we were going to say we do wish Rudy Garza a speedy recovery with his knee injury. And perhaps he will be facing off against Fly Death again with Bo Amir one day. But right now, JP Harlow and Joey Hyder have a chance to take the championships from the most decorated champions, tag team champions we've had here at Reality of Wrestling.
The only man to capture gold 4 times here at Reality of Wrestling of any kind whatsoever, Brittany.
And usually when we talk about these kind of matches, Kirby, we usually have a well-constructed tag team who's been with each other for ages and ages, and maybe somebody new, a group that's new to Reality of Wrestling or new as a pairing together. But right now we have 2 teams that know each other inside and out right now in this ring.
These two definitely have a lot of history, not only just at Reality of Wrestling, but in other places all around Texas as well, as right now we're seeing Joey Hyder mix it up here with Warren J. And now Joey Hyder is a very interesting case here, Brittany, because this man is an athlete of all sorts. This man serves in the Air Force, and that is where he has been missing here for the last few months.
Yeah, I mean, he still is currently active duty in the Air Force, and he goes where they tell him to, but then he comes right back here, to Reality of Wrestling to fight for championship gold.
Imagine if he were to win the tag team gold and is able to take it back to base with him and parade it around with the rest of his platoon, as right now JP Harlow is meeting Warren J, and it looks like he is worse for wear right now, Brittany.
I mean, he's about to be even worse, if that's a word.
It's not.
Thanks, Brad.
A big body slam there from Zach Zilla. Fly brother Warren J here, looking very cut and trim as he goes for a cover here. 1, 2. Fly brother Warren J actually just finished Ramadan, where he fasted for 30 days straight, but still did all his training, showed up to all his practice sessions, didn't take any time off from his active career. You have to wonder if going through something like that makes you a stronger competitor, or perhaps maybe his body isn't ready for this kind of rigorous activity.
Oh, it absolutely makes you a stronger competitor. He is clear in mind, clear in body, clear in spirit. He's ready to go out here and defend these championships with Zachzilla.
It doesn't matter if you're clear of mind if you have JP Harlow throwing a full fist into your throat there, Brittany. As right now, JP Harlow has done just that and taken advantage and taken this match for himself and his team.
Well, maybe that would clear his mind more. I don't know.
Clear his throat maybe, but not the way that you would want to do it. And now Joey Hyder. Oh! Here he goes, look at this. Oh my God, just scooped him up, sent him down for the tag gold, but no.
Well, now he's got a hold of that left arm of Fly Brother Warren J. There's Joey Hyder. Trying to wear down Fly Brother Warren J, as we still have so much action to come with you tonight. We have our main event, which is going to see Matt Cardona, King of the Indies, taking on Kenny King in a battle for royal supremacy.
Oh, look at that. Just fingertips away, and there goes JP Harlow.
He was able to hold on to the touch just long enough, and now JP Harlow with a right hand to Zachzilla. And look at that, making sure that the ref is stopping Zachzilla. But look at this! Harlow and Hyder.
Look, referee got his back turned. You got to do what you can, especially with a team like Fly Def.
Into the cover.
They're four-time reality wrestling tag team champions. Four-time reality wrestling tag team. They are four times.
Yes.
They're the reality wrestling tag team champions. Now, I want to get your opinion on this, Kirby Carry-On. A lot of people are saying the way in which they won those championships were not becoming of a team like Fly Def capitalizing on the injury of Rudy Garza.
I don't think they capitalized. I don't even think they knew that Rudy Garza got injured. They just rolled him up, and that just happened to be the victory.
Kirby, I'm sorry, but we were both sitting here. We were watching the same thing.
1, 2, and no.
Rudy Garza was in pain. He was holding that knee. He was showcasing he clearly could not continue, and yet they did that to him.
But I don't think Fly Def saw that. We saw it from our vantage point. If we look at the replay, Warren just went for the pinfall, and that just happened to be the victory.
Bro, they were closer in the ring than we were. Of course they could see. A blind man could have seen that.
Well, right now, Warren Johnson is trying to see his corner and trying to make it over to Zachzilla so that he can get out of this match and get a tag. He's fingertips away. Can he do it? Zachzilla reaching over, holding onto the tag rope. Can he get there? And he does not.
Oh, my God.
Great ring awareness there, but now Warren J, trying to get over that. And can he go over? Can he get to Zach Mason?
So close, yet so far. Bro Nation trying to get some life into Fly Brother Warren J here.
Warren doesn't even know what corner he's in. And now he finally does. He gets a tag, and here we go. Zachzilla, here he comes.
Zachzilla trying to clear house. JP Harlow, Irish whip, reversal, and now the powerhouse of Fly Def with a German suplex, snap German suplex at that.
The referee better watch out. He might get one next.
I think Fly Def is trying to dispel any of that negativity that came their way after the victory that they had against Royalties International.
And now look at the power. You said it was the powerhouse, but it's never stopped being impressive.
He's feeling it.
And here goes Zachzilla up to the top. What's he got in mind here? Oh, Joey Hyder, though.
Joey Hyder.
Booted off the apron, but
almost sent back to base with that one.
Wait a second. JP Harlow uncovered that knee, so that knee strike may have just done a lot more damage to Zachzilla there in the corner.
JP Harlow is so crafty. He is a veteran of this sport. He knows every little small trick. He's like a pitcher that has a little grease on his baseball cap.
Is that what they do?
Some. Don't you watch any sports, Brittany? Come on now.
I watch professional wrestling.
Now that counts. Big splash off the top from Zachzilla. Cover 1, 2, and no, it's not enough.
Fly Def have set themselves that they want to make this championship reign their most historic yet. After becoming the first ever 4-time tag team champions, what else can you do to continue making something historic?
Oh, but look at this.
Wait a minute.
Keeping your eyes
Wait a
off.
minute. Hold on, Kirby. Keep that in mind. Cover 2 and a kick out.
Oh!
Whoa. A momentum stopper was that right hand from JP Harlow as Joey Hyder.
And we don't even see Warren J in the corner.
Oh, wait a minute.
Speak of the devil.
Flawed brother Warren J takes advantage.
I think he'd like that you called him the devil.
It's just a figure of speech, Brittany. As right now.
Wait a minute. JP Harlow holding on to the wrist of Joey Hyder. And Warren J.
Leaving him wide open.
Oh, he got him good. And that's gonna do it.
3 and he threw it.
Here are your winners and still Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Fly Def!
Well, Eid Mubarak to Warren J and all those who celebrate. Ramadan did him good, as did this victory for Fly Def. Both of these gentlemen with a hard-fought victory, working in tandem like only Fly Def can. Defeating JP Harlow and Joey Hyder. Does that help kind of dispel some of the negativity around the way that they won the titles, Brittany?
It does dispel some of the negativity. Obviously, they are fighting champions. They are champions, but I still would like them to come out and maybe showcase a little bit more of empathy to Rudy Garza.
Road Nation, I'm Emily May, standing by with G-Money, Gigi Ray, and you are heading into a match against Maya World, and this is a really important match for you. You need to get this win because you are battling against Promise Braxton for the most wins ahead of Summer of Champions, and you could potentially get this title shot. So how are your thoughts? What's your feelings heading into this?
Well, first of all, I'm so excited to be back at Reality of Wrestling. And Maya World's been great. I've been watching her. She's been doing a really amazing job here, but I'm ready to take her on tonight and to beat her. Because I don't think anyone should forget that before I left for Japan, I was the Diamonds champion. And trust me, I am no stranger to having Promise Braxton in my way for the title. So tonight, G-Money is back. I'm getting the win against Maya World, and I'm getting my title back at Summer of Champions.
We all know that an accident takes only seconds, but the injuries can last a lifetime. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or a motorcycle accident, give me a call. You'll be glad you did. And why would you call anyone else?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Dallas, Texas, she is the It, Maya World!
Maya World making her way down to the ring right now. And she has been on quite the streak lately, Brittany.
Oh, she has. She has been phenomenal, showcasing so much strength and agility here at Reality of Wrestling. Basically coming out of nowhere and coming here to the row.
Now I'd be remiss to say here that, ladies and gentlemen, we're being joined by the winner of last week's matchup, earning a 1-0 record so far in this challenge in the form of Promise Braxton.
You know the party don't stop till I come in.
Well, welcome back.
From Millwoods, Alberta, Canada, she is the Money, Gigi Ray!
So we know that Promise Braxton won last week, and now there's going to be Gigi Ray's opportunity for herself to get that 1-0 as well to match Promise Braxton's record. Now, Promise, you traveled with Gigi Ray all over Japan, getting just about the same amount of training that she did. How much has both of y'all's game evolved in the last few months?
Well, I can't speak about hers, but I can talk about me. And I was already ace, and now I'm just that girl.
Oh, but come on, Promise. You gotta give a little bit of love to Gigi here. I mean, she was right there with you in the thick of it in Japan. I mean, she showcased a lot of skill as well. Can you not give a little bit of flowers to Gigi?
I like her hat.
I'll take it.
Did she pick that one up in Japan?
Maybe.
Well, we're definitely going to see if Gigi Ray can pull off what you managed to pull off last week here. Gigi Ray against Maya World. And what a tough test here against Maya World here, Promise.
Maya shows a lot of potential. Big fan of hers. I think she's going to get the W tonight if I am going to.
Well, I definitely wouldn't put it past her. As you know, we've said it before, Maya World has been shocking the world left and right. Just coming off of a fantastic, lots of shows in Philadelphia over WrestleMania weekend. Made a splash all over X and social media. And now look at this, trying to take it to Gigi Ray as well.
Well, and also, you know, the benefits of Maya World winning this match here. Obviously, it would be 1-0.
Cover here. Oh, but Maya World able to escape.
When it comes to the win stats here between you and Gigi, but also Maya World has been in the ring with Mia Friday for the championship before. And here she goes again. She might possibly be in the running. You might have to be looking out for Maya World coming here in the future, Promise.
Hey, anybody, Mia, Maya, Rashay, Gigi, you already know I'm ready for anybody.
And now look at this, Gigi Ray with that hip toss. You saw it earlier. Maya World said that MW is not going to stand for Mill Woods. It's going to be for Maya World. And now rolls through into the cover here.
Look at this, they're struggling.
Jockeying for position. Oh, look at that, Gigi Ray with the strength. Gets back up and gets that arm drag.
That was pure money right there from the money, Gigi Ray.
Now, you've been in the ring against both of these women here, Promise. Who do you think gave you the tougher run for your money?
I would have to say, unfortunately, Gigi, just for the fact that we've had many battles.
Oh.
I've only fought Maya once.
Cover here, 1, 2, but a kick out.
And I mean, some historic making matches as well. Ladder match against Gigi Ray. Let's not forget about that. You guys have went toe-to-toe several times, hell and back even when it comes to that. And now you're going to go again for the championship, the Diamonds Championship.
And now look at this, Maya.
Oh! I was waiting on that. Waiting on it.
Promise Braxton here cheering beside me into the cover now for Maya World, but a kick out from Gigi Ray. Did you like what you saw there, Promise?
Oh, beautiful. Brave.
Now, the one thing that we haven't talked about at all this matchup thus far is the fact that Mia Friday is the interim Diamonds champion. You've been able to witness her career, her run thus far as champion. Has it impressed you in any kind of way, Promise?
Of course. You know, Mia is 18 years old, and I will have to give it to her. She's been carrying this division, but now I'm back, and again, she can kindly hand it over, or I can take it from her. Choice is hers.
I mean, do you think that at any point Mia Friday would just hand it over to you?
If she had any sense.
Were you surprised at all by the challenge that she threw out against you and Gigi?
Of course. I mean, Gigi, I'm not going to take it away from her. She's a great competitor, but I'm just...
Definitely have always had that championship confidence, and it just goes to show as you're a multiple-time Diamonds champion. But right now, Gigi Ray is trying to accomplish that same thing, trying to get a victory over Maya World. But a kick out there from Maya.
That kick was nasty.
It's definitely brutal here, as now Gigi Ray and Maya World back up to a vertical base.
Gigi trying to lift Maya World there, but Maya capitalizing and shifting her weight there.
Maya World spins it out into a stunner there. I thought she was going to go for a reverse neck breaker, and that just goes to show that Maya World is continuing to evolve her game and pulling out new things. Back elbow there from Maya into the corner. And Gigi Ray is in trouble here, Brittany.
Oh, Again, hitting the turnbuckle so hard, falling face first into the canvas. But My World taking the time to trash talk instead of capitalizing on a hit like that.
My World continuing to attack with those chops.
This is impressive here. You know, you got to think about, and this goes for you too, Promise, is the amount of wins you might have to gain before Summer of Champions. What kind of wear and tear is that going to do to you or Gigi?
Honestly, from the training in Japan, I'm ready for anything. I mean, training every single day, matches every single week. There's nothing I can't do.
Gigi Ray right now, though, she is getting fired up, and you felt this before, Promise. You know exactly what this feels like.
Here we go.
Oh!
My World able to escape, and now Gigi gets sent into the corner.
Maya scouted, but up and over, but
Counter after counter. These two know each other rather well, and Gigi Ray could be inching closer to getting that first victory.
Oh my!
Maya World could have gotten hung up on that rope. And those are steel cables, ladies and gentlemen. Those do not feel good at all.
No, absolutely not, but
Gigi Ray getting up to the top. But wait a second. Promise just left the table.
what is she
now look
leaving
at
the
this.
table for? What is she?
Trying to punk up Promise Braxton, but now Maya World
Oh no.
using that distraction to set up Gigi Ray here in the center of the ring.
Oh.
And flattens her out. And rolls her through into the cover. 1, 2. Promise Braxton just helped Maya World defeat Gigi Ray. Promise Braxton again just helped Maya World beat Gigi Ray.
Clearly Maya World still counts this as a victory as she is raising her own hand high.
Gigi Ray's path to reclaiming the Diamonds Championship has just gotten a lot tougher, as she is now 0-1 on her road to Summer of Champions, and Promise Braxton is happy about the work that she just did.
Matt Cardona, tonight is your first time at Reality of Wrestling. How you feeling?
These past 4 years, Matt Cardona has been everywhere, all over the world, except for Reality of Wrestling. That ends tonight. See, the future of pro wrestling starts at the Reality of Wrestling, but Mackenzie, I'm the past, present, and future of pro wrestling.
Well, tonight you're facing off against Kenny King. How confident are you that you're going to walk away with a victory?
Am I confident? Am I ready? Kenny King, I'm always ready.
One of the biggest matches to take place here at the Walker Texas Warrior Arena is just a mere few moments away. Kenny King, who has been in this building before and had an all-time battle against Brian Keith, the Bounty Hunter, is now have an opportunity against the Indie God, the King of the Indies, the King of the Deathmatch, Matt Cardona. Kirby, carry on. As smooth as that was from Kenny King, that's not Eric Lockhart.
The pretty boy Pitbull, Kenny King!
Kenny King making the flight in from Las Vegas, Nevada, of course, where his home is now. What's going through the mind of a veteran like Kenny King in this match tonight?
He definitely has a lot on his mind as he's trying to not only become the king here of Reality of Wrestling, but of all of independent wrestling.
New York, always ready, Matt Cardona!
When you speak of kings, the indie god himself, Matt Cardona, a living highlight reel in the professional wrestling world today, right here in Reality of Wrestling.
Matt Cardona has proclaimed himself, and a lot of people say that he very well is the king of independent wrestling, but he has never stepped foot in a Reality of Wrestling ring. Matt Cardona Cardona comes and makes his debut at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena in front of a capacity crowd, an all-time attendance record at this venue, an all-time gate record. They are here to see this main event of Matt Cardona versus Kenny King.
I've already got goosebumps and the bell hasn't even rang here. This stare down is intense. Kenny King, Matt Cardona, first time ever that these two have met inside a ring in any promotion.
Well, you talk about first time ever that they're in a ring, but it's definitely not the first time that they've heard of one another. Listen to this.
And here we go. Collar and elbow tie up there in the center of the ring. You got to think about what this match means for both of these men tonight. Kenny King in a losing effort the last time he was here at the Reality of Wrestling Arena, trying to get that win back, solidify himself in this main event scene here at the Row, and Matt Cardona in his debut. All these people sold out just to see him. He cannot let them down. He's got to get a victory here. Which man will be the dominant king and assume their throne at the end of the night?
Well, Matt Cardona's already in his mindset, has already won this match. He said that he was coming in here, he didn't care who he was facing. He was gonna come in here, sell his merch, shake hands, kiss babies, and have a good night here at Reality of Wrestling. So in my mind, he's already won. He's already back at the hotel.
I also saw that video on X that Matt Cardona posted last night. You're right. He said, I don't even know who I'm facing. He didn't even pay attention to any of the promotional material for this matchup, Brittany. He already won in his mind. You're right. Absolutely. But he cannot take Kenny King lightly, as right now he can lose.
Yeah, not paying attention, underestimating your opponent, especially somebody like Kenny King, a double drop kick. Both these men showing. Kenny King letting out his best young Gigi ad-lib.
That was impressive.
It was very impressive.
The one thing that's been constant about Kenny King's portrayal here at Reality of Wrestling is the fact that he's never really seemed to make fans with the Reality of Wrestling Nation. At Vegas, nobody liked him. Last time against Brian Keith, no one liked him. And look, tonight, listen to them. I don't think they like him again.
Well, first of all, my Apple Watch is going crazy telling me that I am in way too loud of an environment, that my ears are going to have problems. That is insane here at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena.
Well, I understand that you think that people don't like Kenny King, but what the hell does that mean for this match? He doesn't give a damn if people like him or not. He's here to win an athletic contest. He's not here to get more social media followers. I know that might be what Matt Cardona's thinking about. That might be what you're thinking about, Kirby. You could use a few more followers, but that is not what Kenny King is thinking about.
You know, I can always help you with that, Kirby, but yeah, exactly right, Brad. Kenny King is looking to clinch a win and show his dominance here at Reality of Wrestling. I mean, let's be real. When it comes to the amount of people that have been here at Row, this is technically Kenny King's house. Matt Cardona is just a guest.
Kenny, hey, that is a very good point. You know, sometimes when you get to an arena for the first time, that first time jitters could be at play. You know what I mean? Kenny King's been here before. He's been in front of the people here in Texas City, Texas.
And once again, listen to the Row Nation.
Kenny King looking maybe for a test of strength. You think he can out-muscle Matt Cardona? Matt Cardona, by the way, does look in tremendous shape.
Excellent shape there, but Kenny King may have a few tricks up his sleeve.
Oh, that was all just a ploy.
Kenny King, you know, Matt Cardona feeding into some of the adulation from the crowd, them goading him into a test of strength, letting him down. They let him down.
Brad, that's terrible to say about Bro Nation.
Oh my God, he just landed him with that flapjack though.
It's all right, Kirby's been let down a lot in his life. He knows what it feels like. Divorce does suck.
Oh! And Kenny King out on the floor. Hitting hard here.
Letting Kenny King come to him, that is a smart strategy from a veteran of the squared circle, allowing him to come to himself. But when you think about smart strategies, Kenny King is showing us a smart strategy right now.
Well, he's got some time. He's going to take all of it that he needs, get that breather.
That's a veteran maneuver right there. That's not something they teach you in wrestling school. You got to know that from years of performing in that squared circle. Utilize that tension.
Oh, that time. Kenny King went after the eyes. And now with those right hands, continuous right hands in the corner.
Yeah, and Cardona clenching at his arm.
I think that right arm might be compromised. Kenny King now may have found a target.
Oh no!
Leg drop there across the chest, into the cover. 1, 2.
Referee a bit out of position there. Got to it a half-second late. Would it made a difference? We will never know, but Kenny King back here on the offensive. Now this is the question. Do you think Matt Cardona's lack of attention...
Oh! Radio silence! He caught him on the way in! Is that gonna do it? Oh my God, he did it! Just like that! Matt Cardona with a huge victory here with a radio silence out of nowhere.
Radio silence out of nowhere, and a victory from the Indie God.
We want to thank the Indie God, Matt Cardona, for making a stop here at the flagship of Texas Wrestling, the reality of wrestling, but still to come in our main event of the evening. NXT's Javier Bernal, Big Body Javi, takes on the Iceman, the reality of wrestling champion, Matty Ice, for the reality of wrestling heavyweight champion.
Mackenzie Mitchell here at Reality of Wrestling, and joining me now is a long-time, well...
friend! Mackenzie, how are you doing? Did you miss me? Because I certainly missed you.
I guess we could truce? Right?
Bury the hatchet?
Well, let's just get to business.
Business.
Tonight, you face off against Matty Ice.
Booker T and NXT has given me the opportunity to come here to Row and face the very best. Yeah. Tonight, I go one-on-one with Matty Ice, the reality of wrestling champion. I saw his match against Will all day, and it was one hell of a match. Mm-hmm. But have you seen the craze that has taken over social media? We Want Javi is here tonight at Reality of Wrestling, and I am here to face the very best, and that's what I'm here to do tonight.
Javi. Will all day. Let me give you a little bit of friendly advice, man. When you're facing off against Matty Ice, it's not just Matty Ice. When you're facing off against any member of the Heat, it's not just one member of the Heat. It's all the Heat. You know, I've been here long enough. I've been reality wrestling champion a couple times, fighting Booker T every single step of the way. And you know what? They always got something up their sleeve. So, once you handle business tonight, and you really want to know what the best of reality wrestling looks like, give me a call. Nice jacket.
Nice jacket.
Walker, Texas Ranger handles the bad guys with a roundhouse kick. I'm Jim Walker, Walker, Texas lawyer. I handle the insurance companies with a roundhouse kick to the wallet. If you've been injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, give me a call at 713-552-1117 or visit my website at walkertexaslawyer.com. You'll be glad you did. Why would you call anyone else?
Following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Well, there comes Matty Ice, the brand new Reality of Wrestling Championship, the leader of the Heat. And behind him, not far behind, is Gaspar Hernandez, the man who won the Last Stand Rumble. we still do not know which championship Gaspar Hernandez is going to choose at the Summer of Champions. He can pick for the Reality Wrestling Television Championship, the Texas Championship, even the Reality of Wrestling Championship, but Booker T has reassured everybody that gold will be around the waist of every member of the Heat.
They managed to do it once before, and they could very well be on the road to do it once again. As Matty Ice lived up to the prophecy once again as he defeated Will Allday to claim the Reality of Wrestling Championship for the second time. And now Gaspar himself could very well vie for the Texas Championship. We see Danny Limelight just win it a few weeks ago.
Well, here's the thing, Kirby. If you know anything about body language here, Gaspar always very stoic, as it were anyways, but he's definitely eyeing any kind of gold right now with a little bit more of a longing factor in the back of his head.
What the hell do you know about body language? You're a commentator, not a shrink. Telling me what a man thinks. A man's never said more than 3 words as we look to the man coming in right now. Big body Javi, NXT superstar. His second appearance at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena, but the first time he can have a championship around his waist here at the Row. The question is, what would that mean to go back to the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, with the Reality of Wrestling gold around the waist, and what message can that send, Kirby?
It would be an amazing feat for Big Body Javi to be the first one to do it, as we've seen people try before. But Ivy Nile came here to Reality of Wrestling, and within a few months she was on Monday Night Raw. We saw Roxanne Perez come back, not win the matchup here, instead of changing into a tag team match, and now she's a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Javier Bernal could be the first one to come here and take it all.
Your thoughts?
My thoughts on Javi, I mean, you talk about what it would be for Javi, what it would be for Reality of Wrestling. We gotta think about Row here as well.
We're gonna go to Mackenzie Mitchell for our main event introduction.
First, the challenger from Golden Gate, Florida, Javier Bernal.
Great reaction for Big Body Javi.
Opponent from Rosemont, Illinois, accompanied to the ring by Gaspar Hernandez. Representing the Heat, he is the Reality of Wrestling Champion, Matty Ice.
A 2-time Reality of Wrestling Champion is Matty Ice in his very first defense since defeating Will Allday for that championship. This is your main event of Row 400. The title is on the line. Will Matty Ice be able to retain that championship and take it back to his studio apartment in Chicago, Illinois? It's on the highest floor, mind you, Brittany Howland. I'm sure you didn't know that.
No, I did not.
Yeah, apparently you're an expert on body language. Or will Javier Bernal take it back to Orlando, Florida, and the Sunshine State? This is the main event of Reality of Wrestling.
And what a main event for episode 400 for Reality of Wrestling. And I was saying before, what this could mean for Row if Javier Bernal was able to take it back to Florida, to NXT. Not only showcasing Row even more on a grander stage, but showcasing it all over the entire world and spreading the awareness of the talent here at Reality of Wrestling.
Well, Brittany, the Reality of Wrestling Championship would be seen from many local affiliates to being seen on national television on the USA Network. It will be tremendous for Javier Bernal to win the championship here, but he does have a tough test in front of him in the form of Matty Ice, and it's not going to be easy. As you can see, Matty Ice right here, back up Javier Bernal into the corner.
Oh.
And now the disrespect begins from the Iceman. Javier Bernal did not take kindly to it, as both competitors are just jockeying for position here with his collar and elbow tie-up, and it looks like Bernal, he got the better of him here.
Well, you know, you'll talk to any... Wow. Some disrespect there from Javier Bernal. obviously also trying to play a little mind games there with Matty Ice. Matty Ice's ego has always been his kryptonite.
And it looks like Javi did some research on Matty Ice and, like you said, his temperament, as it were.
I mean, when you're about to fight for the Reality of Wrestling Championship, for any championship for that matter, you've definitely got to do your homework, Brittany. You can't come unprepared and try to walk out as a champion.
Are you sure?
Javier Bernal here is going for a high risk there on a baseball slide to Matty Ice. Gaspar Hernandez was getting in Javier's way by orders of the big boss man himself, Booker T.
Like a Hell's Angel security guard, you're not going to pass Gaspar Hernandez.
And now, that was the opening that Matty Ice needed in order to get into this here. As Javier Bernal, he's gonna have to start learning how to fight from the back pedal here, but instead created an opening for himself. And look at this, headlock takeover using the ropes.
You know, a lot of the times in the early goings of a championship encounter, both men are trying to feel each other out, understand the strategy. We'll see as the match continues on. Once we get into the championship rounds, as it were, which man is going to walk out of row 400 as the Reality of Wrestling champion?
And usually here it's one of those things is you look at ability, you look at longevity, you look at size, but the tail of the tape here, even just physically, they're both pretty equally matched in size and strength.
Yeah, I mean, Matty Ice, obviously the Iceman it looks like he's chiseled out of granite. Big Body Javi has that nickname for a reason. Right there, Matty Ice was trying to find some daylight. Javier Bernal expertly holding on to that front face guillotine.
Oh, look at this. Rolls
Cover
him up.
One. Iceman getting out of that one in a hurry. And now Schoolboy cover one and another quick cover from Javier Bernal.
And right now, this is just urgency from Javier trying to get a win here to claim that championship.
Side headlock. Javier has been able to best Matty Ice throughout this entire contest.
Quick maneuvers from both competitors here. Oh my! Oh!
Just like that, Matty Ice, with the knee to the midsection, flips over Javier Bernal.
But let's think about the sage advice that the former champion Will Allday gave Javier Bernal earlier tonight. Pretty much saying that when there's one member of the Heat out there, right, you have to have eyes in the back of your head because other members are always lurking. And lurking is a great way to describe Gaspar Hernandez right now.
Yes, and we cannot forget in any sense of the word the champion's advantage here. If Gaspar Hernandez wants to get involved, if there's a disqualification, Matty Ice is still our champion.
But Javier Bernal is going to do everything he can to get that 1-2-3, get a submission victory, and bring that championship onto NXT TV. Can you imagine that? Walking into the WWE Performance Center on live television as the Reality of Wrestling champion. He is 3 seconds away from making that happen tonight.
It'll be the opportunity of a lifetime for both Reality of Wrestling and Javier Bernal to do so. But you also have to imagine that he's got to have eyes on Gaspar Hernandez here, because not only does he have to overcome Matty Ice, he probably would have to overcome Gaspar, as Gaspar could then challenge Javier for that championship with his last stand win.
He absolutely could, and what a main event that would be at the Summer of Champions. But let's also think about this from the perspective of main man Matty Ice. Oh, looking for a big slam from the champion to the challenger, and a quick cover here. 1, 2, and almost had him 2.5. Matty Ice wanted to prove something in this second championship run, that he can solidify himself as one of the greats all time here at Reality of Wrestling. Very few men can win that title once, even fewer win it a second time. Can Matty Ice do like he did last year and carry this championship to Summer of Champions 10 and still walk out with that title around his waist?
Matty Ice wants to continue making history As we mentioned throughout his first championship reign, he continued to make history. This second one already looks to be just as historic, as right now he is main eventing Reality of Wrestling 400. And now into the cover here to retain the championship. No. And he looks to return to Summer of Champions once again as the champion.
Well, Matty Ice thinking that was going to be it. I mean, the pain and anguish you heard from Javier there as he dug that boot deep into the solar plexus of Javi. Exchanging blows back and forth, but look at that.
Oh, big body Javi hung up the Iceman here in the middle rope.
This could be the moment. Oh!
Javi dedicating that one to a fan in the crowd. And you can see it register on Matty Ice. His bell is rung. He is dazed. This is a championship match, and the champion is in trouble, but a right hand slows the momentum of Javier Bernal.
You know, Matty Ice said something to the effect of, Javier's never been able to get gold in NXT.
Wait a minute. He spiked him. He spiked him in the mat. Cover 1, 2, and no.
He was so close.
You were saying, Brittany.
And Matty was saying that before. Javier has gotten close before, but he's never been able to capture gold in NXT. What does he think that he's going to be able to capture here at Reality of Wrestling?
Well, Javier Bernal is going to have that opportunity to show everybody how he can do it and that he can do it, as Matty Ice is trying to collect himself. A first ever matchup, which you rarely get in this sport, but a first time matchup between these two men and Matty Ice. Going for a cover. 1, 2, and no.
I don't know about you guys, but Javier Bernal's tenacity here is continuing to impress me as he continues to take the fight to the Reality of Wrestling champion, showing me that he definitely has that championship caliber.
There's no doubt about that he wants it, but who is going to actually outpower? And we can see right now, Matty Ice is squeezing the life out of Javier Bernal here.
And you can see Javier Bernal trying to find a way to wiggle out of that one, but is he exerting energy unnecessarily as those blows to the back of the head and now clubbing blows to the back, trying to get Matty Ice to relinquish that vice grip.
And listen to the Row Nation right now. They are firmly behind the big body Javi.
And Javi's got to keep a little bit of hope in his mind here and got to think of the fact that, yes, Matty Ice is a two-time champion, but able to be able to come 2 times, you have to at least lose once.
Both men trying to get back to a vertical base. Matty Ice up, but barely having to use that top rope to balance himself. And now, Javier Bernal. He sees an opportunity. He sees an opening. He is starting to unload on Matty Ice. He knows what this opportunity means to him.
Javier Bernal also has the opportunity to become the first ever Colombian-born Reality of Wrestling champion.
Luck is where preparation meets opportunity.
Oh,
and right now, Javi is feeling pretty lucky. He thinks he can get this done.
Look at Matty Ice down. 1 knee, seeing stars. And here's a star up in the air.
Oh my gosh, a high cross body. This could be all. 1, 2, and we have a new, no we don't. A split second away from having a brand new Reality of Wrestling champion.
I was jumping up to celebrate.
This crowd wants to see Javier Bernal win this title.
I think as Javier Bernal was jumping across the sky there with that crossbody, he saw signs of himself parading that Reality of Wrestling championship, not only around the Performance Center, but possibly on his Twitch channel as well. But the Iceman is about to put a complete stop to that.
Matty Ice going for it.
Oh no.
The Iceman cometh, looking for the Iceman cometh. Javier Bernal, a huge super kick. This is it, a super kick. Can he do it? Oh, wait a minute.
He's gonna do it.
Javier Bernal is about to become the Reality of Wrestling champion.
Wait a minute. Gaspar Hernandez just pulled
ridiculous. We knew.
Oh, and now these two are just exchanging shots.
Referee is down and out. Gaspar Hernandez almost reluctantly getting in the ring, if I could make that observation, and is now just putting the fist of fury to the dome of Javier Bernal.
There was a hesitancy, I will admit, Brad, but you know, if the boss of the Heat tells you you got a job to do, you got a job to do.
Well, this bell has been called. A referee here on the floor has come and called an end to this contest, and now there's the Iceman coming.
Wait a second.
What?
Hold on just a second. The Thorn and Matty Ice's son is here.
Will all day with an equalizer.
He's going to be swinging for the fences.
Will all day coming to the aid of Javier Bernal with a baseball bat in hand. We almost had a brand new Reality of Wrestling champion, NXT's Javier Bernal. But that DQ means Matty Ice still has the title around his waist. But what could this mean for the future of Reality of Wrestling? Will all day and Javier Bernal looking at one another. Remember, Javier Bernal is the one who eliminated Will All Day in the Last Stand Rumble. But Will All Day is willing to put a professional rivalry aside for a personal rivalry.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, especially in professional wrestling. And look at this.
This has been Row 400. A main event to remember, but one that left us unsatisfied. What will happen? We want to thank our executive producers, Booker and Sean Mel Huffman, our director, Kevin Bernhardt, my broadcast colleagues, Kirby Carrion, Brittany Howland. I am the Bo Brad Gilmore, and we will see you episode 401 of The Reality of Wrestling.